Hi guys, how are you? How has everything been going? Really quick video about Miss Marvel. I haven't gotten the chance to talk about it, and I thought it would seem just logical to discuss in great detail how the series ended. Not really. Just a quick bit. Um, First of all, I do want to say I actually enjoyed this episode way more than I did the whole season. Like I said before, I'm still not a big fan of Ms. Marvel. I haven't read the comics. I haven't actually done my research on the comics like I did with Hawkeye or even with America Chavez and so on and so forth. Now, the thing about Ms. Marvel that I don't know, it just didn't speak to me. It probably speaks to a different type of audience. I do think all characters are lovable in the show. I think, and they all have like great chemistry, and I think that everyone does an amazing job, an outstanding job. So kudos to that. I mean, technically speaking, the show is really good. Um, but I mean, I the last episode is the one that I like the most. It's probably the one that I actually enjoyed of the whole season. Um, for different reasons. Mainly, what I've liked about the show and in general, and this is something that I'm gonna give credits to the production, to the creators, to the people who are behind these little details, is the fact that they showed not just some country in the Middle East. They actually focused on Pakistan, and they focused on their culture alone. It wasn't just like another Middle East country, and they focused on their culture. So that I think it was appealing to see. It was nice to see. Now, also, what I do want to say is that I liked I liked some secondary characters more. Not not that there's anything wrong with Kamala. I think she's pretty cool and awesome. But for instance, I like Nakia. I like Nakia better. I don't know. I just probably the character spoke to me more than Kamala's character. And I love the fact that we get to see her interact with is it Sophie? No. What was the name of the other character? Zoe. Zoe. They both have like really great chemistry. As you know from the comics, the only thing that I know, there are a few things here and there from the comics, is that Nakia is, I think, is lesbian, and I don't know if she's in a relationship. Or at some point, she develops a certain romantic relationship with Zoe. But if it does happen in the comics and they're loyal to the comics, if there's a second season, I would love for them to explore that. I would love for that relationship to flourish and to develop. Um, but that's just my sapphic shipper heart talking. Now, in terms of superhero, I thought it had like really strong moments. The season finale, um, it was good. It was really good. I actually enjoyed it, like I said before. Um, and I enjoyed the fighting sequences and everything. And when they're in the high school, I think it was really refreshing to see. It was I had fun. I had fun watching the episode, which is something that didn't happen in previous episodes. So yeah, there's that. Second thing, the whole mutation thing, whole mutant thing, and spoiler alert, I should have mentioned that earlier. The fact that Kamala is a mutant, that is confirmed by Marvel. Uh, I was not a fan of the X-Men show, the animated X-Men show. So the reference of the music, just, it was lost on me. It was lost on me. They could have been playing any music from the X-Men animated series, and I wouldn't have noticed. I wouldn't have realized. I'm sorry, but I wasn't a big fan. I wasn't a follower of that animated TV show, so I didn't get the reference. I did get the reference, of course, that as soon as they dropped the word mutations, they were referring to mutants. And I thought right away the New Mutants came to my mind, like right away. But then again, the New Mutants is probably in a different universe, not this MCU. And it's interesting that they're bringing the mutants into the MCU finally, and they've chosen Ms. Marvel TV show to start playing with that. Now, I don't understand why people keep asking, or there were any doubts of who came up with the idea of make Kamala a mutant. And I mean, who's pulling the strings? I don't think any random writer, any random showrunner, or not random, but any showrunner or any TV writer or screenwriter is gonna come and say, hey, you know what? Let's make Kamala a mutant. Let's make this happen. Let's make these changes. Everything has to go through Kevin Feige and the executive producers. So I'm pretty sure that's something that we have to know right off the bat. If something happens in a TV show, it's for a reason, and probably that reason came from a directive from Kevin Feige and team and company. And the reason why they chose this, we will see. We will probably see it in the Marvels, or maybe not, because not even the showrunner knows what they're going to do with that character, with Kamala being a mutant. So I don't know why there's so much surprise. Everything has to be run by him. And the directives is not like it's a pyramid where they ask him, right? They ask him that actually. Anyway, it probably the way the chain of command follows is he gives the commands, or the orders come from him, and then probably without too many details, because only he and his team probably knows what they're gonna do with the next phase, or what's to come, right? They only know that. That's one thing. So guys, if there's any reference, if there's something happening, know that Kevin Feige is behind it. It's by now, I mean, I would have thought that we should probably know these things. And second, I loved Kamala's answer to, it looks like there's a mutation, and she just comes out and says, oh well, it's just another label. And the reason why I love that is because I know, yeah, it's just another label, and she's acting cool and pretty, chill about it. But there's another reason why I love her reply, I love her response, and it's probably due to the fact that I think Imani herself is lesbian, is queer, and I think that they actually play it. It meant more than the fact that, oh, I'm a mutant, okay, it's just another label to, I think they actually, there was a subtext there, and it was playing for more of the LGBTQ community, it's like, just another label. And that's my guess, and that's the reason why I liked her response to that. I could be completely wrong, but if that was the case, I love it. And the third thing that I want to talk about is I don't understand where's the confusion. I get that they had to come out, Marvel and Kevin Feige had to come out and confirm the two things. One, that Kamala is a mutant. and the directive came from Kevin Feige. And the second is that, and spoiler alert, Carol Danvers shows up at the end, but I just don't understand why there was so much hesitation or so much doubt as to did Kamala Khan turn into Carol Danvers? As soon as I saw that, first of all, I think she's skinnier. I think she's like, I think she's even more worked up than before. Anyway, be that as it may. Just as soon as I saw her, I thought, okay, what's going on? They swapped places. They switched places. Why? What happened? Because there is no way in hell. First of all, the acting. If there was a lot of confusion, or there were people thinking, did she transform into Captain Marvel? But if she would have done that, she wouldn't have been, looking at her surroundings, trying to figure out where she is. Because Kamala knows where she is. She's in her room. She's in her bedroom. So she wouldn't be paying attention to what's happening or her surroundings or where she is. She would probably be paying more attention as to her physiques, her looks. Okay, it's like, oh my god, I changed. This is not me. What happened to my face? Right? But that didn't happen, did it? No. Captain Marvel, or Carol Danvers, she was actually in a strange place. She didn't know where she was, and she didn't know why she got there. And that's the reason why I thought, no, this is swap. By the way she acts, this is a swap. Kamala is whatever Carol Danvers was, and Carol Danvers is in Kamala's room. Now why? We don't know. We will have to wait a whole year to find out why. And I love Carol Danvers, so that's a good reason to be excited for the Marvels next year. So yeah, that's my take. This was supposed to be a brief video of like 1, 2 minutes, 3 minutes top, and instead of turn into a 12-minute video. That's great. Anyway, thank you guys for watching all the way to the end, and as always, take care.